Matthew Sewer, so we're on Coaster, North County Transit District's Coaster. We've got another one pulling in here to Santa Fe Depot, and we're gonna go up to Carlsbad and see if we can snag a job up there, part-time job. So we're gonna go to an interview. But here's the thing: I smell like this. We didn't get the laundry done. I had to. You know what? Time is money, right? So I'm gonna put in all these job applications. I'm on my computer. We're gonna doing push-ups. We're gonna be getting the heart running. And so okay, we had an 8 o'clock appointment, 12 o'clock appointment to do laundry, and so you know what, we're gonna skip it. So we just never ended up making another one. We didn't have time with doing all this work. And right there, someone like me, right there. If there's a service, they come, they pick up a bag, laundry's done for you, it's folded, nice gold bowl is put on it. Thank you, Mr. Sua. They're paid, they're taken care of. We've got all this trust fund money, we've got all this rental income coming in from fourplexes, from apartment buildings, from strip malls, and it pays some Chinese lady that does just like San Francisco, you know, and they still do it where it's called a laundry, and they press it, and that's for anything. They'll do socks, but I'm so rich I can just buy new socks, new underwear if I need to, new pants, and you know, it's so drink the water you have to drink, and you're pissing through your pants at City College down there before you get on the Blue Line trolley back to where you gotta be before curfew, and it's flowing, and it's what you do. It's the price you pay to stay fit, because you need to have a lot of water consumption. I've got 80 pounds to lose because of the situation that they put me in. But long story short, imagine if I had the shaving consultant. Imagine if I had those laundry services in place. Imagine if I had, the laundry was done. I had my hygiene consultants, my 5 people helping me. This is actually going to be a conspiracy theory on the news. A video, because this is going to be a piece of old news or a piece of history, so a history conspiracy theory. But we'll call it new. We'll put it under the news thing. But it's a history. Sometimes we'll do history. This is the real truth behind this history. The AIDS epidemic. The stuff Michael Savage talks about. I talk a lot about Michael Savage. He always talks about you should get AIDS and die, you vermin. That my theory, if you look at my argument from graph paper, is that these things are bred out of us for better or worse. And yes, it's because our IQs are lower, so we have to devote our limited cognitive energy to higher order thinking and be executives. But it literally gets to a point where the act of having a body, because we suck at fine motor skills in order to be part of these Russian nesting dolls, virtual realities of LLCs and all of this stuff. But Jason Mraz says, rid yourself of entities and just go with this thesis. We can't, because then we won't have the money coming in from a fourplex that we use 100%, for paying the Chinese lady that does our laundry. And then the money from this strip mall and this strip mall has to be to pay the ladies that smell me between my legs. Oh, you stink right now. So he pulls out a piece of paper, and I'm spinning the part of my brain that really works well, has broken ahead, it's being the executive. And so they are focusing on those things for me. So when I'm out there grabbing shoulders, rubbing shoulders with the elites, meeting these people, having an incredible time, and growing the empire, they're the ones looking out for that, because I can't focus on that for myself. But of course, insight is not escapable 100%. And I know I smell bad, but I think that's going to help me for this job, because they don't want someone, as it turns out. So we just have to look at it that way. That smells too good. They don't want someone that is too smart. I'm going to pretend not to speak too much English, no habalos, Espanol kind of stuff. And then just, and then move quickly. It shows I can hit the wall, clean the wall. But my theory on and this one I know is, so sometimes I'm going to come up with a conspiracy theory that I'm going to say, I know this is pretty far from the truth. And by the way, we're on the retarded coaster. This is the retarded train that doesn't have the outlets. I was hoping that they'd have outlets if I sit right there and I'd edit some video and I'd do some things and read some stuff and put in more job applications. We're just going to have to enjoy the ride. Coming out of Santa Fe Depot now, up into North County, into the Oceanside Transit Center. Great to be with Brother Benno today on a Wednesday, middle of the week. Hump day, it's hump day. But my new theory on this history about all of it is, some people say that HIV, I don't think so. I think if you've got that, you need to take medication. We saw what happened with this girl from Disney, and that's why I'm following it. But, and then by the way, it's another interesting thing that if someone doesn't want to take psychiatric drugs, and that's why it's so important to make these videos and talk about, they should tell them they have HIV, and then give them, not placebo, but in lieu of HIV medication, psychiatric drugs that then slow the brain down. But if the person isn't making videos of themselves and not comparing themselves before and after, then they won't know they're being slowed down and being kept in their community so that they don't take over the world. that said, I'm not one of these people that is a the virus denier, that it's not even a real thing, and this is just psychiatric drugs to slow the person down. And Charlie Sheen taking his Catanuva is because he would own too many bars, or Catanuva, whatever that one is, whatever. Yeah, they look at the commercials they had in the Biden era, Sickly America, Lily, and all of that stuff. But okay, so let's run with that. That all of that was because these people that were called gay. It's not that they were gay so much as these were people that needed bathhouses. So everything we're reading about the history of it, like, I need a place to go where 5 women bathe me, so that I can be talking to these beautiful women, getting on the train, starting conversations, rubbing shoulders with the elites, but I smell like this. And I can't. Like I said, it's like they're subversively enforcing that if I smell good, since that's how much it's going to cost the economy, is to pay these women, that might be actually what these bathhouses were. They were breeding too many executive brains, like mine, that needed to be shaved by the best barbers, like Donald Trump, and have smell consultants like that. And so, well, let's kill them somehow. And so they came up with, there's something called HIV that turns into AIDS.